In this episode of Highlight Sundays, Apple, Google, and the 4th of July. Hello and welcome back to Highlight Sundays. It is the 27th week of 2013 and here are your highlights. As always, we start off with our PSA. This article is from Mashable and is entitled Ubisoft's database hacked, wants users to reset passwords. According to the article, information such as usernames, email addresses, and encrypted passwords were stolen from Ubisoft's database. They were also quick to point out that no credit card or any form of billing information has been leaked this way because they don't store that on their servers. However, it does seem that hash passwords have been leaked, which is why you are encouraged to change your Ubisoft account password right away. And of course, if there are any other sites in which you use the same password, you should of course do the same. Ubisoft did not go into too much detail regarding how this happened. According to them, one of their websites was compromised and that led the attackers into their database. As of right now, they are doing their investigations and of course they are working to make their defenses even stronger so that this won't happen again. If you are affected by this, do change your passwords as soon as possible. And we're back to talking about smartwatches. This article from Engadget is entitled Apple Files Application to Register iWatch Trademark in Japan. Now here's the deal. Apple has been quite energetically denying the rumors that they are actually making a smartwatch type product. So it's interesting to see them actually, stepping out to actually attempt to register that name. Of course, that doesn't really mean anything because most times companies do register multiple names of things they may not even intend to do. So of course it is extremely possible that this is just a red herring. However, it's not extremely likely because of course they went to expense to do this. And according to the article, we are now hearing also that places like Mexico, Taiwan, and Russia all actually have iWatch patents filed. Will we soon be seeing Apple's take on a smartwatch? Of course, nobody knows just yet, but I can tell you that if that happens, it'll probably sell quite well. Google Reader. As you know, that was one of the Google products that was axed earlier this week. You probably belong into one of two camps. Either you feel extreme grief from this loss or you don't know what Google Reader actually is. Unfortunately for me, I kind of fall into the latter category. I kind of have a rough idea of how Google Reader works, but I have never really used it in my life. Having said that though, you can see that the removal of Google Reader actually hurt a lot of people, which is why today I bring to you this article from Mashable entitled RIP, Every Product Ever Axed by Google. Essentially, this article contains an extremely long infographic with all the items that Google has ever axed. And we do see some familiar names like iGoogle, Aardvark, Google Notebook, Google Wave, Google Labs. These are the kind of stuff that have been taken offline, some without much fanfare and some to pretty massive grief. By the looks of it, some of Google's more popular items have actually been replaced when the older versions were axed. For example, Google Notebook is now replaced with Google Keep. I guess you can also say arguably it's part of Google Drive, kinda, before it was called Google Docs. Wow, that's a lot of history. But yeah, if you actually want to get a rush of nostalgia, do head down to this article in the video description and you'll actually be able to read through the entire infographic. And of course, to the majority of my viewers, the Americans, happy 4th of July. I hope you celebrated it in style. Speaking of celebrating the 4th of July in style, take a look at this article from Gizmodo entitled You Wish Your Holiday Fireworks Pyromania Looked Half as Good as This. Now, the primary purpose of this article is to actually show off a video of a guy actually shooting off some fireworks, but the twist is this is actually being shot in bullet time. Now, you know me, I kinda really love slow motion cinematography, which is why of course this video was extremely interesting to me. That particular article doesn't really say a lot, it just says look at this video, but they do provide a link to how this was actually done, and this is actually another article from Gizmodo as well. And that one is entitled How You Can Stop Time with a Ceiling Fan, 2 Flashlights, and a Camera. So basically here's how it works. Basically you have a ceiling fan doing that rotating thing to create that bullet timey kind of look. They've basically strapped an extension and a GoPro to one of the fan blades. And the GoPro was set to record at 240 frames per second. The fan was then powered and allowed to turn. So basically that put together creates the effect you see in the video. Very interesting concept, very interesting look. I do highly encourage you to look at least at a video because yeah, it actually does go on for quite a while and it is extremely interesting. And that's it, that's all there is for this episode of Highlight Sundays. Once again, to our American viewers, I wish you a happy 4th of July. I know this video comes out a little bit later than that, but well, a belated wish. Nothing much to vlog about this week, but do look forward to this week's Wednesday video because I find it's quite interesting. Once again, that's it. If you have any comments, queries or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow my official Twitter account at twitter.com/0612tv. As always, I appreciate every like, favorite and subscription you give me. But until next time, you're watching 0612TV.